What comes to mind when someone says South Seattle? Likely you're visualizing planes, trains, and automobiles, not goats, horses, and hay. And yet, just a little bit east of this forest of 737s at Boeing Field,
oh, hang on, sweetheart.
a pocket of peace survives. Okay, maybe not peace exactly.
This whole place is illogical, but that's why it's so cool, because it's fun.
These 20-plus acres are likely Seattle's last family farm. It's home to Gloria, also known as Grandma, Mom, that's Lisa, Dad, Garth, their kids, Army and Gigi, and another kid, Bambi.
We like being a little different, a little bit more wild.
The delightful Safara Olson family has been running wild right here for 5 generations.
My grandparents immigrated from Europe and they lived on First Hill, and my grandmother had grown up on a farm and she didn't like living in a city lot.
And this reminded her a little bit of rural Spain, and so that was how she directed the family to move here. Do you remember milking the cow?
Of course.
Yeah.
My grandpa, well, when he was milking his cow, the kitties would come around and he could squirt them with the milk right from the cow.
Grandma, you never did learn to milk a cow because you're holding your hand wrong. You milk it like this.
Here's how the farm stayed in the family. Gloria's grandparents sold the farm to her fiancé. The couple married, moved in with 3 horses and a dog. Then the Safaras added more acres and 2 daughters, Linda and Lisa. Over the years, Gloria gave her love of horses full rein. She rescued horses. She bred ponies, and the farm became a kid magnet. It still is. Today, a new generation is learning to ride, getting a rare taste of country living in the city.
It is a little heaven here, and I don't know what I would do without it.
Farms didn't used to be rare. As late as 1950, according to the U.S. Census, there were more than 100 farms in Seattle. Ballard was known for dairies, Magnolia too. We are at the epicenter of modern Seattle, also known as South Lake Union, where Amazon, Facebook, and Google appear to be competing for who can have the coolest offices. In 1885, Amazon was a jungle. Mercer Street was a brand new wagon road. And believe it or not, right here at the corner of Bourne and Mercer, there was a pretty big farm where the Raber family grew vegetables and raised chickens. These days, the only reason a chicken would cross this road would be to commit suicide. Most foul. And speaking of farm critters in traffic,
I remember perfectly the home telephone rang.
in the fall of 1985, back at Seattle Farm, teenage Lisa just got home from school when the phone rang.
I can remember it perfectly. Your steer is on I-5 headed north towards Seattle.
Lisa and her sister Linda sat in stunned silence. That's when they heard it, news helicopters.
So we got in the horse trailer and we followed the helicopters. That's how we found our steer.
The roundup made front page news as Linda threw her body across the steer and police helped the girls wrangle it, unhurt, into the trailer. A more serious family story starting about 20 years ago involves Gloria. Lisa, who is a physician, was in medical school at the time. She saw symptoms that her mom might have cancer, which turned out to be true.
I'm so glad.
Army remembers saying goodbye to his grandma in the hospital more than once.
She would be on her deathbed again, every time, and then she'd be like, "Great, the horses."
No one offered to baby the horses. Army believes that's why his grandma rallied.
This is the Cushing's disease medicine because the horse I'm going to give it to has the equivalency of human diabetes.
Today, Gloria has been cancer-free for years, and she's out here every day spoiling these
He
ponies.
took it out of my hand because he loves his baby food and he loves his medicine.
So there's a lot to celebrate. 100 years to the day since this family got the deed to Seattle Farm.
This is like the most important person here, my mother.
Everyone is here, old neighbors and friends. Happy birthday to you. As the candles on the centennial cake are lit, a question hangs in the air. Can Seattle's last farm escape development?
I do think that it is maybe the largest privately held residential piece of land left in the city that's undeveloped.
Builders make offers.
I mean, it's worth a lot of money, so. But I don't have any intention on selling it.
How could you sell the place where Army learned to grow giant pumpkins? Where Gigi became a champion rider?
When I think about the future, I don't know how I'm gonna top this place.
Where Grandma rescued horses, and they rescued her right back.
Back in the saddle again.
For the foreseeable future, Seattle Farm is not for sale. And isn't it good to know that somewhere in the heart of the Emerald City, horses still run free?
Watch City Stream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle Channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.